Evening, Canaria, hoping I find you well there. We've arrived at our Lessons of Lockdown feature, where we find out how lockdown has hurt or helped people right across the county of Wiltshire. Shane Brennan has a techie company in Swindon. It's called VR Walk, and he creates virtual tours of, well, pretty much anything you want a virtual tour of. He can make it happen. And as you can guess, during lockdown, when so many of us turned to a virtual life online for work or a social life, Shane kept busy developing new virtual ideas. Lessons of Lockdown. So Shane, evening. Before we talk about the new stuff, remind us of the virtual reality tours that you make.
Hey Sue, yeah, so what we do is we create 3D virtual tours, and these are viewable on any device with internet access. So if it's on a smartphone, tablet or computer, etc., it can be viewed like the person is there walking around exploring the premises. So obviously, like you said, it's excellent for estate agents and people selling property, and also businesses. So there's a wide variety of different uses for this.
And has interest exploded during lockdown? Did you find there was more interest?
It's funny you ask that, because what we initially had is we had estate agents doing videos on their phone, which we noticed quite a lot. And when you're a client paying an estate agent to market your property, that's not really the level of service which you'd expect. So we started to question some estate agents about this, and we ended up working with some of them, which is fantastic. One of them we've been doing a lot of work with is Andrew at Open House in Swindon, and we've been working a lot with him, doing a lot of different 3D tours, and he's really seen the benefit of using them to help market property. So yeah, that was one way in which that changed for us quite a lot, because estate agents didn't really see the use for them previously, because they just thought about getting people into the property to view them in person. However, that brings issues with qualifying the potential buyers, because they can end up wasting a lot of time doing viewings to people who aren't fully qualified, because all they've done is just seen a couple of pictures online. With what we do, we create the entire property into a virtual 3D tour, so they can actually explore the entire property, and they're better qualified then, so they're not wasting anyone's time having people come to view the property, etc.
So is one of your virtual reality tours around a house, Shane, very different from just a video showing you around the house?
Yes, it's very different. The person who is interacting with the tour, they have the freedom to basically walk around the property like they're there. Obviously, this is all digital, and this is all pre-made by us. So if there's any private rooms that you don't want people going into, if you have any little secrets tucked away in there, they can't get into there. Yeah, so we plan it all out with the client first, and then we go in and do what we do, and then it's all sent over with very easy-to-use web links, and we can also help embed them into websites and web pages, etc.
And is it quick and easy? It sounds to me like it's a really complex process that's going to take longer than the house will take to sell for you to make.
That's a common misconception. We actually provide a 24-hour turnaround for our service.
Wow.
And usually it's quicker than that, because we do get to work very fast on it. We use a lot of artificial intelligence mixed with different tools with photography and software, etc. And it's a brilliant blend which comes together and produces a very high quality 3D tour for people to explore the premises.
In a little while, we're going to be talking about a new system that you've developed called Checks. Is that right? Am I saying that right? Checks?
Almost. Checkies, yeah.
Checkies. So we're going to be talking about that in a while. But before we leave this particular bit, what other virtual reality tours have you done and specialised in? The estate agency thing is genius, but you've done much more than that, haven't you?
Yes, we've done a lot. I could sit here for some time going through the different things we've done. I mean, one interesting thing recently, especially during the lockdown, was people up north were struggling very hard to sell their house up there, because obviously the estate agents, they weren't working as usual. And what we've had is people who have been raffling their houses off for £1, £2, and they've also been throwing in their cars with that, which is absolutely amazing for the people that win that. And originally the people who were doing this, there's a bloke called Dale, and he's seen an initial massive sell when he first launched this, but interest started to decline after the first week, and then people started to question whether it was real or not. You know, when a house it's a £400,000 house, and he was giving it for Raffle away for, I think it was £2. So people were questioning it. And then as soon as we came in, done what we do, he then put the 3D tour onto the page, and he started sharing it on Facebook, etc. He's seen a massive influx in people buying tickets for the raffle, and we've worked with a number of people on the same platform. So it's definitely proven that this works, and we can also provide the proof to the clients.
And do you know, just a matter of interest, did he manage to sell the house? And what did he get on his raffle for it?
He did. He actually holds the record for the fastest house raffle in the UK. I think it was 26 days. He sold out 400,000 tickets. So
wow.
it was amazing.
So he got his asking price on a raffle.
He did. And he's going off to Australia now, so I'm very jealous.
Wow, that's amazing. It's extraordinary. Producer Rue, I think, would be interested to chat to you about a virtual tour. Save having the estate agents in these coronavirus times to show a house as well, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, I will just say one thing on what you've just said there. The estate agent is still necessary if you want to sell your property in that manner, because the estate agent does provide a lot of value because they have all the experience, they understand markets, all the different things in the back end, which as a consumer you don't really tend to see or think about, such as the legals and everything. So there's a big role which estate agents play. So that's something that I did want to add.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair point. Well made. But your virtual reality tour certainly helps build a picture of that house in people's minds, which is just amazing. Shane, stay right where you are, because I want to chat more to you about this amazing new system you've developed as well, Checkies. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back with you for more on that in about 10 minutes' time.
Breakfast is second time lucky.
Shane Brennan, a virtual reality specialist who's developed something quite intriguing, and we'll have more from him in a bit. Tana and Rob Thomas on BBC Radio Wiltshire. I was just reading that the Carlos Santana has launched a coffee company. Yeah. It's part of the Milagro Foundation, which he founded at the end of the 90s to help young people in underprivileged communities across the globe. So his coffee company will be going to help profits from it, that foundation. Carlos Santana, more than an impressive musician spanning the decades. More from our Lessons of Lockdown guest, virtual reality specialist Shane Brennan, on the way after this. Waterfall.